Hey guys, I'm Jamal.
And I'm Chris.
And this is GameChat, where we of course cover the latest news and reviews in the video game world. This week we'll be talking about the latest Call of Duty news, the second episode of The Wolf Among Us, and the Titanfall beta announcement, and the recently announced newest PlayStation Vita model.
Activision revealed during its investor earnings call that the 2014 Call of Duty is in development at Sledgehammer Games. Sledgehammer has done work on Modern Warfare 3, multiplayer, and the lead designers had a hand in Dead Space 3. The publishers also revealed that, for the first time, this year's Call of Duty game and future Call of Duty games are being built on a 3-year development cycle. There are several disadvantages to doing this. The first is, of course, quality. This will give our designers more time to envision and to innovate. This would make 2015's developer Treyarch and following in 2016 with Infinity Ward, making Call of Duty on a 3-year dev cycle.
The Wolf Among Us Episode 2, Smoke and Mirrors, is the latest entry in the Telltale's Wolf Among Us series. After months of waiting, fans can finally get back to solving crimes as Detective Bigby Wolf. But is it a worthy follow-up to the great first episode? It just might be, with an overall Metacritic of 78 out of 100. IGN gave the game an 8.5 out of 10, praising its amazing writing, great character development, tough choices, and its replayability, but disliked its minimal overall story progression. On the lower end of the scale, Eurogamer gave the game a 7 out of 10, saying that it lacked much character development, had frame rate issues, and still has yet to live up to its predecessor, The Walking Dead.
Registration for the closed Titanfall beta on Xbox One and PC is now open at Titanfall.com, so all those people that have been patiently waiting can finally get some action. To register, just open up the official site and fill out the application for an access code. Though for the PC, you will need to have an EA Origin account. There will be limited spots available to users, describing the site's official frequently asked questions as a small slice of gameplay from the final game. Also found on the frequently asked questions, the signups will be open until 14th of February at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Unfortunately, for those who have been reluctant to buy in the next gen, EA has no plans to launch an Xbox 360 beta at this time. Hopefully this beta will shed some light on all the questions that gamers have been asking, and Titanfall is scheduled for release on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC on March 11th in North America.
Sony recently announced a new slim PlayStation Vita model coming to North America this spring. It will be 15% lighter and 20% slimmer than the original model, but will replace the Vita's excellent OLED screen with a cheaper LCD screen. It was originally announced last summer, but only for Japan. The new model will also be released with the new PS Vita version of Borderlands 2 for $199.
So, what do you think about the Call of Duty new developer, Sledgehammer?
Whole deal? I think I don't care about Call of Duty really, but for fans, I guess it can only be a good thing with more development time. And Sledgehammer has proved to be able to be a pretty good developer with the Dead Space games.
Yeah, Dead Space is definitely a great interactive game, and I heard that the Call of Duty game is actually going to be more single-player
Really?
verse, so there's going to be less of the multiplayer, and so less of what they did in Modern Warfare 3, which a lot of people didn't really agree with.
Like more multiplayer stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think it's a good change, or do you think they should?
I think that it's a
stick to
good
multiplayer?
change that the developers are going to be able to have a 3-year cycle. There's going to be 3 years of making a game, and it's just going to be an overall better game. So basically, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, the more Call of Duty games will be coming out. Something no one saw coming.
So then, for The Wolf Among Us, I know that you've played the first episode.
Yeah, I didn't get to the second one though, but it seems to be continuing up with the quality. Except the only problem is it released like months and months after it should have really. Since Telltale has just been announcing more games, the fans are like, how can you have so many games but not release the second episode already? So we have yet to see if they can continue to like keep up a pace with games coming out and if the quality can sustain.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a good investment in their part with The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us coming out around the same times.
Yeah, and then soon there'll be Borderlands game, Game of Thrones game. See how they all juggle together, all that.
Yep, and I think that's all we have for Game Chat. So that's all we have for this week of gaming news. See you next time on Game Chat.